All the laughs without the anxiety. Mike Klein presents My Jewish Parents.
Yes, it's a Jewish parent.
Wait a minute.
I was going to try to grow a beard. It doesn't look good, so I'm not going to do it anymore.
I want to see if it comes out red.
Why would it come out red, Mom?
It's black now.
I don't know.
It's not going to be like that. So, do we have any updates on what's going on? Because we know we're still, quarantining. Well, I'm trying to be careful by being around you guys too much. So, what is going on there at Riderwood? Anything new?
Well, actually, I heard that September 14th they can open up the dining rooms.
Did you hear that? How come I didn't hear?
Because you don't listen to Gary.
Who is Gary?
Gary. Oh, Gary is the CEO. He's like a twin brother to Trump.
He's the Trump of the retirement home.
They've been doing a very good job keeping us safe here.
Okay,
that's right.
September 14th.
As a person here, they're keeping us safe, but not feeding us well at all.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go out to the dining room at September 4th. I think I would wait. I would wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Well, you have to make an appointment.
Reservation.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And they're only going to have certain things on the menu. They're not going to have a lot. I
would wait 2 or 3 weeks before I go out there and see if anybody gets affected. Okay. That's what I would do. That sounds pretty scary. So they're in their final phases there, I guess?
They haven't opened up the new health club and gym yet.
Wellness center
with the new equipment. I'm waiting because I'm starting to feel better and exercising, and I want to swim and work out. But they're going to open it up soon. Mm-hmm. I don't know when, but...
And that'll be appointment too, I bet, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, so things are opening up. Things are getting better. I guess I can come hang out there more.
Getting a little bit better. They're opening up.
Now, I've been pretty hard on you guys on going out. And Mom, I feel like you're getting kind of mad at me for saying anything because the other day you were like, why do you get to go everywhere?
Right. Why do you get to go everywhere and we can't go anywhere?
I'm going to go get my hearing aids to hear it. But not, wait a minute. If I put it on, then it'll go through there. It's no good. I can't. Okay. All right. Forget what I said. I don't know what I'm saying.
All right. Get you. What are you getting, your hearing aids?
No, it's not. If I put my hearing aids on.
So why are you so hard on us? And then you go to the beach and all kinds of eat out.
I mean, I'm being super safe. And on top of that, I'm not in the number. I don't have an underlying condition yet. And it sounds terrible to say that. Predict the future. And
you don't have overlying conditions either.
Yeah, I got none. I got none.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
That's why, Mom. I mean, I feel bad.
Democratic convention.
Oh, that's hard to watch, by the way. I have not been able to watch that.
Oh, not now.
I think it's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
It's just, it's on Zoom.
Pamela Harris is going to give her little speech.
Mm-hmm.
And Obama is going to nominate, well, he's going to introduce Biden.
Well, he's not going to come on until Thursday.
But he's going to speak on Thursday, Biden.
Mm-hmm.
But listen tonight, and you should have seen the way they did the roll call yesterday. They actually did a roll call of all states, 50 states and territories, and they went one by one. They went, virtual. It was all virtual.
Amazing.
And they coordinated it all. So they're Hawaii and New Mexico.
That was the chorus singing, you're saying?
No, not chorus. A roll call.
The roll call. When they nominate the president.
Right.
Oh, I missed it. I missed it yesterday. I watched the first night and I got bored with it, so I turned the channel.
Yeah.
I'll be excited for the debates more.
But you heard Michelle's speech on Monday.
I did hear her speech on Monday.
Well, go online and listen to it.
I listened to it. It was a good speech, yeah.
Yesterday, Jill Biden did a wonderful one. And then
Jill Biden, yeah.
And then they had a beautiful segment of John McCain, who died, with Biden. So John McCain is the Republican and Biden was Democratic, and how they forged a friendship.
They were friends for over 30 years.
Yeah, it was really amazing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really is amazing. Very.
I find the whole thing very entertaining.
Yes, yeah, it's better than the normal one where people are screaming and yelling inside a big. It's really nice, very nice.
Right, very, very creative.
Yep,
Very
it is.
Very well done.
So I'm kind of hopeful.
So you like it, okay? And then next week it's the Republican one. It's the Republican convention. Are you excited about that?
I'm going to convention next week. Not all of it, but I'll look at it. And you know what Trump wants to do? He wants to make his speech on Thursday, not this Thursday, but next week, Republican Thursday.
Yep.
And he wants fireworks to be shooting off while he's speaking.
Sounds about right for him.
I think all he's got to do is say the things he's normally done, and he's got all the fireworks he needs right there.
There you go.
But anyway, I know there are some people that care for him, support him. But I will say this. 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago, when he ran in 2016, people had some idea who he was and all the things he did, but they were desperate. They thought maybe he would, since he's a businessman, he would help with the jobs and get a lot of jobs for people, and not a politician, and get things done. And they learned over the 3.5 years up to now that it went the exact opposite way. It went towards hell,
right?
Because and he keeps blaming the virus, magnifying all his inabilities to handle the government and to speak to people and to make changes. He gets hooked on certain things. So I think we want to save this country. People that voted for Trump 4 years ago, that's all right. Vote now for Biden. One of the things that stands in my mind, Avi, is that the Senate, supposedly to be effective, to really work, it works because there are different committees. So if you want to pass a bill on the environment, you want to change certain things and to make the environment better. Yeah. Then the committee that deals with environment in the senators get together and hold hearings. They discuss it. And then they set up a bill, and the bill goes to the Senate, and the Senate discusses it, and then they vote on it. They call that regular order. That's how you get bills in Senate presented and passed. And John McCain came back to the Senate and complained, and he kept saying, I remember the words he said to McConnell, we don't have regular order anymore. We don't have regular order. We don't discuss things anymore. We don't go through committees and discuss things and vote on things. Only a few people do it, but the rest of the Senate does it. We need to go back to regular order. That's why I hope it's important that the Senate changes and they have new senators so we can accomplish things. But that's the kind of person John McCain was. Yeah. He was the person that really cared about the country, about the government. He wanted things to work. He didn't always agree with him, but he wanted discussion. So I think we got to keep that in mind, and we've got to respect these people. I think it's important. You want to say something? No.
Well, very well said. So far you're liking the actual. You're liking the convention online.
I think the convention is.
I'll pay attention tonight. Then definitely, I'll give it another shot. So, I wanted to bring this up because this is kind of a viral story. A guy changed his couple's tire in St. Louis. This happened over the weekend, and then after he changed a tire, he asked for a couple of dollars. And he ended up robbing these people. He ended up taking their cell phones and everything like this. Now, I know, Mom, you have been through something like this.
Yes, I have.
But I wanted to say that the couple was 28 and 29 years old. And I know you were upset when this happened to you because it happened to you in D.C. a couple of years ago. And you didn't
Right.
tell me about it until like 4 or 5 days later. But I know that something similar happened to you, and I think you were upset because you felt like you were getting older and they took advantage of you. We explain the story, like what happened to you in D.C.?
Oh, God. Well, anyway, we got our Honda, which is very low.
Yep.
Very low. And so I got a flat, and I got off the road, and I parked
Near RFK Stadium.
from in front of these apartments, and these two girls came along.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, they came along before, and they wanted to know if I wanted some help. And then they left, and then they came back later. Mm-hmm. And I guess they figured, here's this old lady, and I didn't think anything of it. I don't know why, because I tried to call, for help, but with a flat tire, and they had to get a whole big truck for me, so I had to wait. And I know, so they just pepper sprayed me, basically.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
And they stole my mother's diamond ring.
And that's all they got, right? They left after that?
And my pocketbook.
Oh, okay.
But then they ran off. And of course, I was beside myself. I called the police and everything. But the nice part of the story was that this lovely black boy, I think he was a teenager, he stayed with me until the police came. And he was trying to comfort me.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was wonderful. And I said, your mother would be very proud of you, what you did.
The police came. They were very nice.
The police came. This was Washington, D.C.
In Washington, D.C.
In D.C.,
Black
yeah.
police, very, very nice.
Very nice, and they tried to get it back.
The SWAT car to go around and look till you saw
Right.
the girls that did that.
Yeah.
And you haven't found those girls ever again?
No. We never found the diamond ring yet. Got insurance on it, fortunately.
Yeah, it was my mother's, though. Yeah, so it was,
Wow. You have to be really careful, especially right now. Like, I don't really trust anybody. It's kind of a good warning. Nothing really bad happened to you, which is great. And it's kind of a warning to be super careful now and, know your surroundings. And it's a good message for me, too, to know my surroundings as well.
Something good happened, too, with that nice young boy. I guess, I don't know, high school student.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And there was another woman that came out and hugged me and said she was sorry this happened to me. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I just want you to know, it was, I believe, an African-American neighborhood. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. RFK Stadium.
Yeah, so
yeah,
and it was really nice that there were people supportive of me.
Sad that you had a bad experience, but I'm glad you had a good experience too at the same time. So that's pretty good. Now let's talk about an experience that I go through all the time. And I was telling this to a friend the other day. When we go out to dinner,
right?
I have rules. Yeah. I have rules that I have asked you guys to follow because you guys are sometimes impatient. You're asking where the food is or where our drinks are, or, what kind of food. Are you guys embarrassed when I ask you not to do that?
Embarrassed?
I'm so worried about upsetting waiters. I don't want them to spit in our food. I'm so scared of this.
Yeah, why? What's with you?
Because people are bad and they would do that. They would spit in our food before,
Well, Avi,
No. Let me back up a little bit on what you said.
Okay.
There are people that are bad. There are people that would do you harm and not take care of you. But there are a lot of other people that are good and would really take care of you, be concerned about you. You got to be balanced the way you react to people.
Right.
Now, if there's something that you need to say about your food or something, there's a way of doing it without being insulting or to the person. Just asking for information. So where's the food, or I need this, or I need that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Sometimes it's the way we approach people that turns people off and makes them a little angry or feel that we're disrespecting them by the way we talk to them and treat them. A lot of kids feel that way. That's one of the biggest issues that I had as a guidance counselor in high school.
Yeah.
Is that kids would come to me and say, well, she disrespected me, or he disrespected me. And that's why I said what I said. That's why I did what I did. You can't just do that way. You got to one wrong doesn't make two wrongs. Don't make a right. You know, and it's you need to make people aware. Sometimes people are not really focused and aware of what they're saying and what it does and how it affects people. And, you know, in this country with our president, he says a lot of things sometimes. He may feel he's entitled to say it, or he may be angry, but only thing that does is make it worse.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I don't know. I'm nervous about that stuff. I have those rules. I don't want to talk to, I don't want to give the waiters or waitresses a hard time. I'm always overly nice to them. They probably can tell that I'm being like fake, super fake about it. I don't know.
No, you just ask, could you help me and give me some idea why it's taking so long? Is there a problem?
I don't know. I don't think waiters and waitresses like that. I'm telling you.
Well, they may not like it, but it's approaching it that way than being disrespectful to them or being loud and boisterous to them.
Right.
Your mother is looking at me.
Yeah, because you get loud because you're loud sometimes. Like, where's the food? Is the food done yet? I'm like, oh my God, I got my eyes closed, hoping they don't see me. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. It's not that bad. But here's a funny story. This is trending right now. A man was knocked unconscious by a falling cat. This happened in China. An elderly man was walking on a street somewhere in China, and the cat fell out of an apartment building and fell on this guy, knocked this guy unconscious. And the guy had his dog with him, and the dog confronted the cat. I'm not kidding you. The video's up on YouTube right now. The dog confronted the cat, and the dog started swiping at each other. You know, this guy's okay though. By the way, the guy that the cat knocked out unconscious, he was in the hospital for about 20 days, but he's okay now. But that's hilarious, right? Can you imagine my old cat doing that?
Yeah. Wow.
So things can be crazy. You can have cats been thrown. You know, your cats could jump on you when you're walking down the street.
Absolutely.
But and now there's a new app right now for iPhones, or they're working on this app that I think is kind of interesting. This app can know that if you're walking walking not straight, that you're drunk, and it can tell you when you're drunk or not just by the way you're walking. This new app that they're doing. It's gonna be kind of cool to download this. Yeah.
Wow.
Because people sometimes say, "Oh, I don't know if I don't know how much I've had to drink. I feel fine." Well, the app will tell you that you're not fine.
No, I don't know if that would be accurate, because I have, at my age now, I'm starting to have problems with balance. So sometimes I'm walking.
Well, yours
is walking.
Yeah.
I wait my legs.
Yeah.
So
you'll be drunk all the time then.
Actually, there is something I'd like to ask you.
Yeah.
You lived in Louisville, right?
Louisville, yeah. Louisville.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's an article in the Washington Post today about that city is ready to explode.
Yep.
Because of the fact that girl that they shot,
Breonna Taylor. Yep.
Yeah, and they're still investigating. They still haven't made a decision to arrest some of the police that were involved. It's just really unbelievable. I have a real anger, I guess I could say, at how that girl, what is it?
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna was working as an aide or as a nurse in the hospital there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just, and it was a mistake, confusion.
Yeah, that's why they don't know if they're going to charge him or not, and that's the investigation. So the Metro Council in Louisville is asking the mayor to resign. So people want the mayor to resign now because he's not doing enough.
Do you know that mayor at all?
Mayor Fisher? I mean, he's done some really good things for Louisville. I mean, I think he's done some really great things for the city. He was. Yeah. I was only there for about a year when he was the mayor. So he's been the mayor for a minute. I think he's done good things. People disagree with me that live in Louisville now, and they say that he's done terrible things. And I know the police. He's had a lot of issues with the police. They don't love him. I know that the body cams were not on during the Breonna Taylor thing, and that plays a big role in it. There was another incident where somebody else got killed, and he fired the chief of police. And I guess the police feel like that Mayor Fisher is not on their side. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think that something needs to happen. I mean, like they broke into her house. They didn't even knock on the door. And of course, her boyfriend had a gun. He had a license to carry and started shooting because he didn't know what was going on. Probably shouldn't have done that either. And then they shot everything up.
You're
And
right.
that wasn't handled correctly either. So they did hit the wrong house. That was not the person they were looking for. And on top of all that, the person was already in custody that they were looking for. And it's just a very bad situation. I feel like they handled it incorrectly. I feel like they killed somebody. I feel like they should be charged with something. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But you can't just go in there and shoot. And that's why people don't understand why the Black Lives Matter thing is so like important, because of what just happened there, and nothing may happen to these police officers that made a very terrible mistake.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now there's no more knock warrants in Louisville anymore.
Okay, so
We all didn't even know that would even be a possibility. I mean, who breaks into a freaking house to arrest somebody?
I know.
I mean, they broke the door down.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you'd be pretty scared too, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's, you know, and they didn't have any badges or anything on, or no ID.
No.
They were in street clothes.
Yeah, so I
didn't know that part. They were.
I could see why he shot at the police. It makes sense.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I feel bad for the city, having visited it and been there when you were there.
Yeah.
And I understand. You know, I just feel that I don't know how it's going to end.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, Louisville's a great city, so it does suck. This is going to set them back by 10 years. Everyone's kind of wants to move out of the city now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it sucks. Now, none of those marches and stuff are near where I used to live, in the Highlands. So so I'd be still away from that stuff if I lived in that area, but it's crazy. I mean, they did a lot of great things in that city since you guys have been there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've done more things there to make it nicer, and all those things are gone. So they've lost a lot of businesses downtown. They don't feel like the downtown businesses don't feel like they're being protected either. So
Yeah.
kind of sucks for the city of Louisville, but they'll definitely lose some population for this for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.